Hi there everybody, it is day 15, Monday the 15th of April, and we're just going to have a bit of a 10-minute wriggle like we said we'd do every day. And I could spend all day figuring out what's the best angle, what to wear and what to look like, but sometimes I'm just going to throw on some kit and get moving, so I hope you can do the same. So let's start on our hands and knees. I'm just going to come onto the grass for a little bit of padding. So you're in your 4-point kneeling position again. Your hands are directly underneath the shoulders. Knees are directly underneath the pelvis, so that hip socket area. So not kind of too forward or too far back. And you just want to square off here. Take a little moment to round through the body into your cat and cow like we've done before. Inhaling to open the sitting bones, exhaling to rounding through. Let the head be a passenger. Great, and then take a little tail wag and look over your left shoulder to your left hip and your right shoulder to your right hip, and you can do that a few times. Let's see how that feels. And then we're going to go from this lovely strong quadruped position to take one foot back behind us and then the other into a plank position. So you're just going to come in a slightly different angle. So you're going to send one foot back behind you and then the other. So you're lovely and long in your plank position. Again, hands are still directly underneath your shoulders. Open up through the hips and soften the rib cage back towards the spine. And that's it. And stay here, lengthening through the heels. Send the heels away from the top of the head. Feel length through the whole of the body as opposed to trying to stay up. So I want you to come down into your full plank. Good. And then from here we're going to do our little knee drops that we did yesterday. Good. Let's just do one more on either side. Lovely. And then can you send your sitting bones back up behind you? Almost your downward dog in yoga, so you can walk your feet in a little bit more. And in fact, you can take them for a little pad out. Send the hands lovely and wide into the floor. And send your sitting bones back behind you. Good. And then come back through into your plank. Soften the knees, untuck the toes, push back a bit into child's pose. We're going to be coming through our hands a lot today, so just kind of be aware of that. Take breaks when you need to. And then come back through into your quadruped. So now, keeping this quadruped position, knees directly underneath the hips, hands directly underneath the shoulders. Take your little moment to exhale and round through into your cat stretch. Inhale, open your sitting bones, come into your cow or lazy horse as some people call it. And then keeping the sitting bones wide, just soften the scapula around the body and push in. So you find your neutral, your tabletop position. And then from here, keep your weight into your right knee, your shin and even the foot. And then into the opposite, the left arm, as you reach the right hand and left toes long and away. So it's more of a reach. Nothing's tilting or shifting or tipping over. And then you come back in underneath you. Nothing has changed in the spine. Then stand into the right hand, left knee, shin and foot as you reach the opposite arm and leg away. So the body, the spine, the head, the ribs and the pelvis aren't moving at all. You stabilize through the standing arm and leg. They're the one I'm focusing on. They're the one you should be focusing on. And the other arm and leg, well, it's just showing off. Because it can now move because of the stabilizing diagonal across your body. So now when you go for your reach, could you lift up off the floor a little bit? And back through underneath you again, the spine. This lovely neutral position of the body doesn't change. Good. 2 or 3 more times on either side. Lovely. Good. Make this your last one. And again, let's tuck the toes, send the sitting bones back up behind us for our stretch. Take your dog for a walk. Shake out through the head, the neck and the shoulders. That's it. Allow the heels to lengthen away from the sitting bones. Soften and bring the knees back in underneath you. Come back into your neutral, that tabletop position with the pelvis, the rib cage and the back of the head are in alignment. So if you need to take your cat stretch and your lazy horse, your cow stretch, and then keeping the tailbones wide, push the floor away and allow the shoulder blades to wrap around, coming into your tabletop. Okay, so then from here we're just going to work through the legs a little bit. So I want you to lengthen the left foot long and away, lifting it up off the floor, and just pulse from the back of that hamstring, that left hamstring, up for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then from the inner seam of that thigh, can you come across the right leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you bend in the knee and flex in the foot and pump up through that heel for 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you allow the knee to hover just over the floor and then open up? 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Can you lengthen it long and away? Bring it back over that right foot. Soften the toes onto the ground and slide back. So you'll come back in a sort of diagonal. So it'll look like this. This leg will be back behind you. It's kind of like the Pilates pigeon. So we have to take the yoga's pigeon and do our own stuff with it. You can come all the way down onto the floor. You can stay up. You can walk around a little bit. See how it feels. And then you soften and come back out of it into all fours. Have a little shake out. And we start again with the right leg. So just have a shake out of your wrists, but hopefully they're feeling okay. So same thing, you're back in this all fours position. Sitting bones are back behind you. You push into the floor, let the shoulder blades wrap around, soften the rib cage a little bit. And then we take your right leg and we lengthen it back. From the back of your hamstring, we kick up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming across the left foot, so it'll be the inner seam of your leggings for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending in the knee and flexing the foot and pumping up through the heel for 4, 3, 2, 1. You had this position going on. Allowing the knee to come down and opening out to the side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Lengthen the right leg away again. Bring it over the left toes and then you slide down into that stretch. So it comes across and then you slide through. And you should feel it through the hip, through the outside. Sometimes it picks up the piriformis, the glute med. And again, you can soften all the way down. You can be up on your hands. You can walk around a little bit and notice how it feels in the hip joint. I have a little 5-year-old waving at me who might have to come and join in. Hi, Toby. Hello. Nice. And then come back to all fours. Have a little wriggle out again. Sit your heels back. Sit your sitting bones back onto your heels. Apologies. And just check in how the body feels from that weight-bearing position. And also through working through sort of the buttocks, the backs of the legs a little bit in the hip joint. It's really good to find that alignment and work through some sort of strengthening of those muscles. So hopefully that feels quite nice. We might just take a little side stretch as well whilst we're here. Toby, do you want to come and say hi? Yeah. Very quickly. This is Toby. This is going out live to anybody. You waving?
Hello.
Hello. Good. Enjoying your new scooter?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be with you in a minute. You go play. Okay, like I said, you're on holiday with me. That's Toby. So, place your left hand down. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling and just take your side bend, your mermaid, opening through the ribs. We're back in our Z-tip position from something like the 4th of April, I want to say. Inhale to spring up, exhale to come the other direction. lets you check in with this QL, this quadratus lumborum area. And come back through and then swivel around and change your Z sit. So if the Z sit isn't comfortable, remember you can stay cross-legged. Sometimes it's quite nice to move and find the range in the hip joints. So now your right hand comes down like a kickstand and your left arm reaches up. You still have that sense of softening the breastbone slightly back towards the spine, that length through the back of the body from your sitting bones as you open up, so you can use the hand to give you a little bit of feedback, not to load into the shoulder. Can you see the difference? Nothing's really opening on this side. And you want to feel that sense of fanning the ribs open. Inhale here. We're going to soften and exhale. It's quite nice to inhale and spring up through the center, like you're plumping up your vertebrae, and then exhale and soften through to the other side. So again, you're opening up through that side of the rib cage that's exposed as such. Lovely. Good work for today, everybody. Hope you're having a great Monday, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Maybe a bit more poolside if I can get up early enough in the morning before a 5-year-old. I'm not so sure, but we'll see. Have a great Monday evening, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.